I don't want to be biased, nor do I want to bash anyone specifically, but I want to rely on the data, okay, and why they seem to show the patterns that they do. But according to statistics, black women are more likely to not only file for divorce, but to cheat or have extramarital affairs than white women. Now, the reason why I'm shocked is because black people have a supernatural, kind of religious background. We were heavily indoctrinated in biblical values, marriage, loyalty and faithfulness to God. Yet with all that, black women are more likely to file for divorce despite being heavily laden with biblical values and tradition. Black women are more likely to cheat despite having a relationship with Jesus Christ more than any other races. Now, let's look at it slowly and break it down, okay? I won't mention the church name, but I remember going to a church, Pentecostal church, and, I'd walk in and immediately you can tell who was having an affair. You can tell, you think the pastors are the only ones who's at it, T.D. Jakes and, all the sex scandals in the black church. You would think, with Eddie Long, etc., you would think there's only the pastors who are having a leg over. No, the church members too. I remember going to a church and being able to pick out those who were cheating. You can always tell, craving for attention. So they wear the skirts right up their crack, right up their arses. While they claim to be in the spirit, while they're going off into tongues, and their skirt was wrapped round their firm buttocks, while they're going off into tongues. And they would have extramarital affair. In fact, one church where I went to, and this guy was having an affair with someone else, and I was naive. I was young at the time, and he wanted me to knock on the door, because he wanted to play tennis with this woman. And I, being stupid and young, knocked on the door for him, to see obviously the husband was in, because he wants to play tennis with her. Tennis. Okay? But black churches are riddled with sexual fornication and affairs. So it's not as if we're discussing the world, that this is what the world does. No, this is the black church. Okay, which is why now it's all about prosperity preaching and business and relationships. Okay, it's rotten. But however, back to the subject. They're now claiming that black women are more likely to cheat on their husbands. If the black church is anything to go by, you can believe the statistics, you can believe the data. But why? You see, when black men started to show an interest in white women, when we wanted to, leave, our women and go for the greener grass, where the sun was shining his lovely rays, and we thought the grass was green on the other side, black women would give us spooky tales. Spooky tales. Oh, white women were immoral, white women were cheaters, white women were this, and they would tell the black man, don't you dare go for a white woman. And with all that we didn't care, Yeah, I won't go into, that's my next video. Why we didn't care. Okay? But the black man didn't care. The black woman is saying, oh, these white women, oh, the Jezebels, the pagans. And while they were mocking the white woman, apparently the white women had more morals than black women. More morals. The white women were more likely to be faithful than black women.
I don't know what is wrong, but in the name of, this is a lie from the devil of hell right now, because I'm a God-fearing man.
Now, maybe a black woman can answer. As I said, I don't censor anything. I believe in free speech. This is not North Korea. I don't control, who can say what. And if you talk sense, then I will allow it. If you talk sense, even if you disagree with me, if you talk sense, I'll allow it. If you look at my post, you will see I even allow people to attack me, but if they do logically, okay? When did black women become immoral? When? When did they become indulging in extramarital affairs? When? Why overnight has black women been immoral? Because black women weren't like this in the 1940s and 1950s. Black women were nothing like this. Or were they? Were they always being immoral? I don't think so. We have to look at what changed in the black community for black women to become like this. What changed in the black community that black women became immoral? What changed in the black community? If you look at, the black comedian says that if you want to put on a black theater or put on a black show, if it was clean, black people did not want to know. It had to be dirty and filthy. Dirty and filthy, and the black community will support it. Black theater, which was sponsored by white people, because I must do a separate video on this, because black people didn't want to, watch clean production. The black Shakespearean production had to be sponsored by white people because black people didn't care. We wanted filth and twerking. That's what tickled us. We want devilry, carnal lust, and forbidden fruit. But why? Where did black women become like this? Have they always been like this? No. Look no further. Then who corrupted her? Who corrupted her? Was it the white man, as black men claim? No, it wasn't. We ourselves corrupted her. If you want to find out what destroyed the black community, look no further. Look no further. The monster that we created have now came back to haunt us. The monster that we created has come back to haunt us. There's a saying, the hate that hate produced. The hate that hate produced. In other words, white people, through their hatred, has created black people to now hate them, and thus turn to evil and violence because they first hated us. The hate that hate produced. But we created that monster, that toxic, filthy black culture. We created him. We created that black woman to be the way she is. We created her. to reach that immoral monster. They were warning, oh, these white women are this, these white women are that. And to be honest, I thought to myself, oh, maybe white women are immoral. Maybe white women cheat. And to be honest, looking back, from the time that black women love thugs, it's impossible for them to be faithful. They had 10 kids from 10 different fathers, but still white women were immoral. They had 15 kids from 15 tribal dicks, but still white women were immoral. But at that time, obviously, your brain, can't filter through the confusion. Your brain can't filter. But black women who had kids from different fathers, yet convinced people like me, don't go for a white woman because they're immoral. Really? You got kids all over the place in the ghetto. Your kids will turn out stabbing each other. Your kids will turn out using black on black crime. Yet, the white women are immoral. Your kids will not become senators and judges or lawyers or doctors. But white women are immoral.
Have you seen the light? Yes! Yes! Jesus H. Christ!
And it's when I started to dig deep beneath the surface. And I began to realize that I was lied to. I was deceived. And I decided, well, I will date who I please. Because the black community is a joke.
This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man.
Most of our speakers and civil rights activists were either gay or they were indulging in money, financial laundering, deceiving the black community, claiming they're gonna build schools, nothing happened. Or if the biggest black organization in America have a history of raping underage black girls and they claim today they're moral. Everything we stand for is a contradiction. And that's why I decided I will date who I want to date. No one is gonna influence my life. Black women are more likely to cheat. I'm not surprised if they prefer thugs. What are you gonna do? Let's have a romantic, thuggish, one-to-one candlelit dinner with a thug. A candlelit dinner. Let's produce faithful children with a thug. You can see, it doesn't work. Hence why they have kids all over the place. Yet it's white women that are immoral.